So, what if I told you that the most basic thing you think you know about your own emotional life is just plain wrong? That feelings like anxiety or anger don't just happen to you out of the blue. Look, this single idea, it's backed by decades of neuroscience, and it's not just some interesting fact, it's a tool. It's a tool for your own liberation. I mean, does it ever feel like anxiety just completely hijacks your day? Or that anger just shows up from nowhere and takes the wheel? We've all been raised to believe we're just passengers in our own lives, kind of helpless against these automatic reactions. But what if that feeling of powerlessness? What if it's all built on a complete and total myth? For more than 100 years, the story we've been told is really simple, that deep inside your brain, you've got these ancient, hardwired circuits for things like fear, anger, and sadness. And when something out there in the world, a threat, an insult, flips a switch, that circuit fires, and boom, an emotion happens to you. You're just reacting. But here's the thing. After digging through a mountain of evidence from over a century of research, neuroscientists like Dr. Feldman Barrett have come to a really stunning conclusion. That entire story is false. The evidence for these hardwired emotion circuits just waiting around to be triggered is just not there. It doesn't exist. Okay, so if the old story is wrong, then what's the truth? Well, it all boils down to this single world-changing idea. Emotions don't happen to you. They are made by you. Your brain is actively, constantly constructing them. You are the architect of your own emotional experience. So how is that even possible? Well, your brain is basically a prediction machine. Think about it. It's stuck in the dark, silent box of your skull, so it has to guess what's going on. Based on your entire life's worth of experiences, it's constantly predicting what the sensations from your body and the world actually mean, and it prepares your body for what it thinks is about to happen next. Your feelings? They are those predictions in action. So, if our brain is always predicting, what's it predicting for? Well, its main goal is survival. And that all starts with managing your body's resources. So let's explore this with a really powerful metaphor, your body's budget. We like to think the brain's main job is all about thinking, but that's actually secondary. Its number one priority before anything else is running your body. It's like a master accountant managing your energy in the most efficient way possible just to keep you alive and well. That's its secret full-time job. Now, the technical term for this is allostasis. But a much, much simpler way to think about it is your body budget. All day long, your brain is making deposits through things like sleep and good food, and it's making withdrawals, spending that energy on everything from working out to dealing with a stressful meeting. And this right here, this is where it all clicks. That jittery, awful feeling we call anxiety, it might not be some ancient fear circuit firing off. It might just be your brain's best guess for what a deficit in your body budget feels like. Your brain is just trying to make sense of purely physical sensations, and anxiety is the concept it pulls from its library to explain them. Just think about it for a second. When your budget is totally drained from, say, a terrible night's sleep, or financial stress, or even just a bad meal, your brain predicts that you're vulnerable. It predicts that something is wrong, and that prediction is the feeling. This means the most practical way to start getting a handle on your emotional life is to become a master of your body budget. Okay, so managing your body's budget, that's foundational. But remember, you're the architect, which means you can also change the blueprints. And the tools you use to do that, they're concepts and the words that represent them. Your past experiences, yeah, they give your brain the raw material it uses to predict. But you are not a prisoner of that past. Starting right now, you can begin to consciously seed your brain with new experiences and new concepts. You can give it more and way better options for how to construct your reality in the future. The key skill here has a name. It's called emotional granularity. It's the ability to construct more precise, more specific emotional experiences. Just feeling bad is kind of useless. It doesn't give your brain a clear plan. But if you can tell the difference between feeling disappointed versus frustrated versus uncertain, well, now your brain is a much better action plan for each of those very different situations. So here's your micro action, something you can literally practice today. The very next time a strong feeling comes up, just pause. Instead of letting it just sweep you away, get curious. What are the raw physical sensations? Is your heart racing? Is your stomach in a knot? Then try to give it a more precise label. Ask yourself, is this really anxiety or is it just intense uncertainty? That tiny little distinction changes everything. You don't freeze up when you're uncertain. You go look for information. You actually take action. There's this great story about a karate sensei who told a young student not to get rid of her pre-competition jitters, but to get her butterflies flying in formation. I mean, that's a perfect example of recategorizing a physical sensation. That wound up high energy feeling isn't just anxiety. Your brain can learn to construct it as determination or as readiness. You're literally teaching your brain a new meaning for that physical state. So you can manage your body budget and you can choose your words with precision. This isn't just some cool neuroscience trick. This is the toolkit for becoming the conscious architect of your own experience. And as you can probably guess, it has profound implications for your life. When you really truly get this, you realize that personal transformation isn't about fighting your feelings or trying to wrestle them into submission. It's about changing the very ingredients your brain uses to make them in the first place. You get to stop being a firefighter, constantly putting out emotional fires, and you get to start being an architect. I mean, think about a practice like gratitude. From this new perspective, it's not just about being thankful. No, it's an active training program for your predictive brain. You are teaching it to see the value and the resources and the possibilities that are already right in front of you, which is a masterful way to manage your body budget with wisdom. So you see, you are not at the mercy of some mythical emotion circuits. You are not a passive victim of a world that just happens to you. Every single moment, your brain is making predictions. And with this knowledge, you are no longer a passenger. You are the active, conscious architect of your entire life's experience. Get your next step in the Sum Gigante SG program at my12journeys.com.